Digboi is a town in the Tinsukia district of Assam. Known as the oil city for being the birthplace of India's oil industry. The name Digboi is said to have originated from the phrase dig boy dig, which was reportedly used by British engineers looking for oil. Commissioned in 1901, the refinery is one of the oldest operating refineries in the world and known as the Gangotri of the Indian hydrocarbon sector. Digboi has its share of tourist attractions as well, with the Digboi Wildlife Sanctuary. Which is known for its rich biodiversity, home to a variety of animals including the Royal Bengal tiger. The Digboi War Cemetery commemorates soldiers who lost their lives during World War II. Golf is also an integral part of history, with the Digboi Golf Course being one of the oldest golf courses in India. Founded in 1888, the Digboi Golf Course is spread in an area of 6,309 yards and is considered one of the best golf courses in the territory. The location of the golf course is ideal as the Dehing Forest Reserve is found on 3 sides of the golf course. On the 4th side, an amazing view of the mountain ranges situated in Arunachal Pradesh can be enjoyed. Digboi is all set to host the landmark 25th edition of the Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament. The prize purse for the event has been increased from last year's 85 lakhs to an all-time high of 1 crore this year. The Indian Oil Servo Masters has a special place in the history of Indian professional golf, as it is one of the longest running tournaments on the Indian domestic circuit and on the PGTI. The tournament is well established as Northeast India's premier professional golf event in terms of the prize money on offer, the strong field it attracts every year, the top-class playing conditions and the high level of competition on display. N. Thangaraja of Sri Lanka and Veer Alawat, a former winner in Digboi, were tied third at totals of 9 under 207. Viraj Madappa, who is playing in Digboi for the first time, is currently placed second at 10 under 206. The 28-year-old Madappa's third round of 68 lifted him one spot from his overnight tied third position. PGTI ranking leader Yuvraj Sandhu's dominating display in round 3 gave him a commanding 6-shot lead at a total of 16 under 200 at the 1 crore Indian Oil Servo Masters 2025. Yuvraj, who led by 2 strokes after round 1 and 2, expanded his lead by another 4 shots on Thursday after firing a brilliant and error-free 6 under 66. The 28-year-old from Chandigarh is now poised for his third win in Digboi and the 5th title of the season.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the 25th Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf. We played beautifully. Digboi Volcanoes. I'm your host Joyce and alongside Mr. Rahul Banerjee and co-host Mr. Three of us will take you through the day as we have a look at weeks. It's the kind of AQI that we often dream about. Yeah, it's the first through. And more than anyone else, the brought Sindhu. Find air through the stratosphere and he's having trailing him is Viraj Gupta. This tournament in its 25th edition. They have two victories in this particular tournament before this weekend. Yellow Pan, Gavin, he's displaying fine form. He's upping the ante in these two tournaments. He's the best one interesting one. It's like pretty certain at the same time he commands and creates Sean the in like he visited a few wildlife. It's a perfect mix of both opportunity and difficulty. The cut was applied at 4 over par. The good names listed. But of course, over par is the furthest thing from Newcastle Times. Going hammer and tongs once again, 3 under par for the day, leading by 8 shots. Rahul holding it.
When the start, quick start, he shot now on the field. Because Madhapa has picked up a shot already. In the process, Raj has gone further. Yes, and that number that he posted 25 a couple of years back. He said overnight that he had his eye on that number for sure, and he would like to improve it, and he really will start in that direction. At the same time, defending champion, other man on the group, Jamal Hussain picked up 4 shots, opening 9 holes, and ranked just outside the top 10 into the top 5. So there's plenty of action already happening at the little tricky is going to share trips and traps to catch the players, see through the course of the coverage, and you will continue to see through the day to day. Much to look forward to over the next few months. Yeah.
Look at story of Jar, moving into depth. Difficult pathway that we see. Rarely, if any, that he hasn't worked. He's he can pick up the ball, especially the game with the burst, being being a professional. It's I think being meteoric. It's standards have been the execution has been exactly that. It's this year everyone this is.
In fact, I wouldn't mind being a fly on somebody's shoulder in this area because Bandhan and Jamal Hussain from so if there's any chatter, I'm not going to be Bangla. So, and yes, it's interesting to watch his progress continuing through the course of this. Starting very well. Picked up his second ranking. So, like you said, he's definitely another man on the mission. Right, of course, setting the pace really top is a at the very top. And now just a bit, but ball staying a little low to the left of the flag. Because this is very, very interesting tournament editors opted to really tackle every game. Yesterday he had a little bit of line in the center. But today everything is 5 right, 4 left, 6 6. So this is going to be yet another challenging course. I would top of which the players are going to be look to be tested by the flag position, pin position in the rest of the day.
It's been a year. Jamal, very most ladies condition. This condition somewhat would be a little familiar to the country. It's far away from Scotland. So we live in this kind of comes. Putting to one space to golf course. Almost rolled it. Gave that a good run. Jamal. Yuvraj Sangha was made into number 7. That was yielding quite a few each. So get Jamal to the making it. Seems to be the easiest tool as far as stroke average. And for the 15th make his part. But it's fairly straight. It will keep speed up, otherwise snake away to the left. Missing it. The left hand side, unfortunately, that was good speed. It's over it.
Well, it's really turning out to be a good test of, let's say, this you have a little more subtlety. And then one picture and just walking past them. So reading them is turning out to be quite a good test for the very talented, of course, all of them. And just saw one example of that.
Badal now from Bangladesh. Finally, the greens were quicker than first few minutes. That's something that the players do like. You see, further today. So, of course, these are sections just to speak. Yeah, look at that rolling with athletes. You just have a look at this board game. Pretty much these two we have read now. Subtle. For now conversation to what the ball we have through Sharon, very big the 5 with us, it's a 5-1. He allowed stuck in neutral again, the even but H was behind. I can't quite think of any player in the recent past just dominated the field. Other than that doesn't just win. Yeah, so it decimates the field. It shows you that he's definitely confident. If he's also there as element the fact that he has that tiger as sort of either it's a balance.
Absolutely. It's set up for 4 weeks, bunches of it. Last 2 events, passion. So he definitely said that he made a very strong defense on that card in terms of talking to the PCI and the opportunity to play the European tour, which is a really good
What's
took his time deciding between jobs. We got two of them.
Actually, how difficult this one is. Long pathway.
So basically, getting the decision to reach the very last, uh, leaving the ball a little bit to the right test and second one. Now,
Here, it's not a tall ball. It's a lot of heavy and it's very difficult to keep it so consistent. Start finish each and every day. Yeah, he did absolute beauty here. It looked like a simple beat. She will moving on very well. Very competition. The rest of the field went for second position. And that itself is a real value. She didn't win. Another good shot. Green just to the left and too difficult to get up and down from there. Green they two good shots and work out specified. Small green and
All this is quite a few. Just saw the Chavez dropping a shot, it's coming up a little, and then the pin ball wide to the left. But at the top, it's Yuvraj Sandhu on the spread from day one. The day one, two up on the field. Yesterday, he ballooned that lead to a massive 6 strokes. And he's very quickly built on that. He dropped a shot on the second hole, but he picked up two birdies and an eagle in the next 4 holes. He's really got the big between his feet. View of the football place from well, giving you an idea. Very good idea. The burden nature of this is surrounded on three sides. If you are oldest, or if you have ability, proximity, maybe it's dependent on the you allow of the Talwar.
they say difficult pathways joined by the viewers. It's easy. But very important topic that the aggressive art is such a great. It brings back the value of art. Like when you make your 3 years, US, the other people. Sometimes I engage in I see that the easiest of it. It's a sort of turtle black and green, which really big house. So if you missed it again, especially if you're like this, from the front, it's still fairly manageable. But from here, you didn't have a good shot. A lot depends on the kind of diet that you offer itself from the unfriendly lab grass and sitting. It's definitely under the collar with certain one.
I think all of them got put themselves under a test. Button.
Very done. Very well done. Made it look easy, but very easy. Not just the long game, it's the hard games in the short game, very good at chipping, funny, definitely first. Surprised that Veer with chipping. Apart from yes, of course, he's feeling quite confident in the short game. We would obfuscated fly and brilliant there. Left itself a little bit of work, maybe 4 feet down.
You can see why she ball about the weight of the turtle bank. This one, turtle bank cross the pin. He wow. All the way. Just a bit of a water. The ball gets to the ball.
Yeah, that can happen here. The ball is I think down and then you take those big days and make it to get an exact shot. Yeah, so sometimes there's a little bit of luck as well. You can apply that if you're off. Yeah. It needs to take a good part. But look good. Just it's on the lower side. See that the frustration building up a drop shot. Looking like that. It's still be getting it is where I got.
That's a that's very that's a very good activity. Just
Yeah, just
other way.
it could be the other way. It's
As a business back to that point, there are little subtleties that not correct. We have a very well planned time to the point. Is be as close to the green as possible.
this is a makeable but downhill. It's all broken. And could be managed to it's probably worth it having a look at this again. In mind, confronted
That's what I mean. This opportunity to walk away from the park, and then playing contract balance to do that. Okay. Very important. There are little things. There's much to be prepared for the future you get to the homes. Again, like we take time. No, I don't know any of that. Sometimes you take over making sure you have everything right. Stand
yeah. Yeah, he was the furthest from the pin. He managed to make 3 minutes past. Big game of golf.
so the quality so it was really like you said, beautiful game. We stopped and let the ball do the work right in the club. He be happy with that. But if you see his playing partner, both become happy.
First look at the leaderboard. Rajappa. This kind of stripping people. Athletic, tall. He put back modern golfer. hits the ball fully opposites and makes it away. Believe me, he's worked really hard for it. Very young lad, puts a lot of time in the gym. And a few back issues a couple of years ago, and that did delay him for. Of course, he's back in force. Touch for the game. So they have a look at Luffy. He has the swag of Luffy by absolutely much evidence. It's sort of you walk in rarefied air, and he's a prime example. They say you play in sport, you can do your last performance. But if you build on it's like a steam engine just rolls on. Gets flattened. We have great hopes from him. It's an next great hope for Indian golf. Nothing is outside the realm of possibility. I personally believe that yes, the echelons for professional golf, which levels where one has
So we can go past to
a brilliant shot here yesterday. See, even long there's such good control. And look at that. It is easy. This is a monstrous hole, 250 yards, and he's at about 8 feet in his swing. It was as if he's hitting the pitch. There was no yaw, there was no body. It was really composed. Even the finish was almost stopped at the 3/4 level. Just kind of, and he's that swing is a sight for sore eyes.
and see how much of that's a big part. Very controlled part. He just back to the very end. So there has also been, I think, if you got to put any pressure on the start, trying to start, he was up to this one. So you can also do the fact that the factor is also gathering pace.
He just needed campaign and eight shots. That's brilliant to play with the others. Also, that sort of curtails, they're trying to keep it under the wind here. And it's to the left. Just shows you that the other swing looked good, very controlled, and he's a decent shot because the target is very far. So it has some dispersion.
Yeah, you take a bit of all of so here's another vastly it's kind of man involved in it.
Yeah, all these players who play in a very non-plus easy going this one. Also held off these this even yesterday he couldn't buy a package.
But really after that stretch after the even he lived in twice, he lived out twice, go or came back to find him the lift happy man.
That's the kind of game you want that if the parts don't drop, you fix this.
Important to keep the composure and maturity.
Well, it's an enjoyable walk for your brother. It's easy. It looks like in fact, I think after about traveling, simply practically simply something like that.
It's so very happy for me. from day one.
पापा भूख लगी है, मुझे भी वॉशरूम जाना है।
पेट्रोल भी भराना पड़ेगा।
सब मिलेगा इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत पेट्रोल पंप पे। हर जर्नी को परफेक्ट बनाने के लिए इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत जैसी सुविधाएं चाहिए, क्योंकि स्वागत है हैप्पी जर्नी की रेसिपी।
पढ़ता है, खेलता है, झूलता उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है, आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया।
I'm sorry sir, my mistake.
पर हम भी जिद्दी है।
मुश्किल खड़ी है, खोले सीना, सामने एक चट्टान है, मेरी जिद का बोले पसीना, चट्टानों के अंदर आसमान है, जिद क्या पावाली, जिद क्या पावाली, जिद क्या पावाली, जिद।
Well, we are back live with you. Just before we went into the break, kind of brief glimpse of PGTI President Kamal Dev, making a creditor, wonderful all-rounder. Back to the action. That's one of the from off the left side of the group. Before this, we just saw this one. So, we got to see that. I pointed out a little while ago.
It's pretty well executed by Ravi. It's a 10-footer. It's very interesting. It's 10. It's almost feels like bullseye when you could get it. It's a sizable gallery here. So it's really nice to see. It's a welcome sight to see of enthusiasts. And they really do love the golf here. And why? Because it's still a brilliant eluded it. Not be happy with that one. Left about 15 feet short. Then a stable is walking that one. Reading the line, modern variant of plum bobbing. What is called even two? Good conjurers.
Walk, I don't know my mind. I think that's feeling for minor instructions on the way. And it's a very branch. Well placed to build on his lead. With a tremendous speed shot. But on first going left and then right. Both of them, I think, seem to have held back a little bit on their approach. So probably not so taking the turtle back nature, as Shaurya put it, was pretty pulling up shot from both sides. Brad Sanu, of course. Wow.
Was a good putt by Raj. Yeah. Unfortunately, that would take him back to 10 under par, and Raj the putt to take attention.
But it's just astonishing that even with 8 holes to go, and he has the potential, the opportunity to follow this lead to 10, which is quite phenomenal. He's literally like a racehorse setting the pace. From 4-day, when he still is into a sprint, he's just running from the front.
Yeah, you have the rest of the field, and then you have your Raj. like to welcome made make it gone and three Raj.
As you saw, we pay off because this is not very good. Very good. In fact, and so far, this is not managed for opportunity for Raj to further push it. We got just how difficult this thing is for the entire field of competition. So Ashwin, welcome, and we have actually seen the golf tournament turn into a horse race, a one horse race.
Some those range stroke lead, I mean, whatever you do here, we have come with feeding PGT. I think that the gentleman who fell professionally both to where it is today, even where the opportunity to earn the kind of money they're earning, prize money they credit the Tali.
Fact that the first year, so I want to call all the people. 5 lakhs till last year, 2024, and it's hitting the 1 crore mark. 25th year, the longest playing period of the BPS calendar. Digboi has been a tremendous partner to professional country. And we continue to year on year, not only with the sort of price first, but also with excellent results. Not the longest, but certainly thinking well. But at the moment, only absolutely no errors whatsoever. 9 stars from the big star. 10.
What do you think the Gujarat game plan will be? Thinking to play trade, or do you think the attack? The fear of the possibility of losing coverage over here there. Do you think it will be attack or
Very good example just now. How very, very difficult to get the ball very into a very makeable putt. Distance, tremendous. Double there on the screen. Looking on, he'll be happy with the way this ball is picked up in his tenure as president. Substantially, a lot of new sponsors, new venues. Beautiful start. That will make him feel a lot better after the previous update overran the field by substantial distance. But this is to put sort of a measure of comfort back in the game. We rather on the front.
interesting to see?
We allow
Hello.
camera finding the important nature of the sports. The three sides forest, love and fair of the wildlife. I'm sure comes with the thing.
But 15 to 18 footer from the bar. Just to the right, and he's left with a 2.5 foot putt to SA. It's also interesting to see how many today have PE 157. There's 4 eagles. There is of course Veer Alava who's Dr. Short here. Other than him, literally everybody is either birdie or eagle.
This shows how long the modern day all in par five. You give yourself an eagle opportunity in the green. Not just on into also on and close enough to the hole to actually pick up two so from that to have two as well as par five. Yesterday, the ball was showing out. I think on this very hole, but top in and so yeah, once again I think it gives you an idea of how much how difficult it is. There are subtle temptations like don't really meet the eye. You know, that was really conscious of the time to just pop up. The defending champion, Yamal Hussain from Dhaka. Sorry about the time of language. His fast landing and carries. Just under the pin in the kappa fraction guiding up over there.
Veer Alava didn't want to be left out. 11th, and now he's sitting, well, he's still 9 strokes behind Yuvraj Sandhu. So that Veer Elawan, the two Veers, Veer and Viraj, are 9 strokes behind Yuvraj Sandhu.
There's two-way tie for second place now between Veer Lawat after that eagle and Virat Madapam is playing in the final group. Defending champion Jamal Hussain and fellow Bangladesh golfer Badal Hussain sharing fourth place alongside Saptak Talwar, Shivan Sisodia. Saurabh Bhattacharya is in eighth place by himself on 8 under par, and Manu Gandas having a tremendous run today. He's picked up 5 shots and it's well into the back nine. Shared ninth place alongside Sweden, Sri Lanka, and Tangarada himself a winner for here in the past. So that's as things stand for you. Jamal Hussain having a chat with his buddy about with his caddy. And as things stand, it is Yuvraj Sandhu out and running in front, 19 under par for the event, 3 under for the day. Up by 9 shots. So two-way tie for second place between Veer Elawan and Viraj Madapam. Both on 10 under par.
They say green is the only color with massive shades. 17 shades of green. You can see most of them at the Digboi thing. So such a picture is in India. Great to see the PTGI circuit enter its 25th year of outstanding facility. That's how to go one strong 2020. First road to a victory is now all set to make that, to convert that number to 3. Really, with a 9 stroke lead here, now unless he does something really wrong, somebody comes up with a mind blowing performance, doesn't look like God's going to miss the putt this time around.
Coming back on there with the host.
We've seen a lot of top putt missed people ever. Definitely would like to ask former professional golfer Shaurya Singh why that happened. Is it a mental thing, pressure?
If you keep the transformer in my mind, I still consider that yes, it's last punch. You never quite give up the dream. You never you wanted to get it. The way the game is, focus will never be sort of line reading. Of course, it's a different kind of putting surface. So if you get a few guys in the air where the grass is pretty different. So adaptability is really important. Yeah. Because it's pyramids. 11. That's a good one. Should be give me there. So let's look at let's talk about putting. Look at you. Ours is performance. Didn't make very good day today. Yesterday after the food. Saturday. And now you've been aided by the Raj's shift. So you have clarity as far as the line is concerned. Look for this to be close. Unlike most about the game, it's actually able to adapt to different conditions. And they've taken much time to understand the keen sense of smell when it comes to the game. Both shot will come back for this birdie ILD. Better than only form of feet over bar. And we've seen dolphins, but none of this escape yet. They've been on doing course records and 4-day record of consistent base year after year. Another is flying. Look at that. So it can be done. Get the line, get the speed, but earn yourself an active bird. And I'm sure if that's a birdie or if that's a 3, we'll soon find. But look at that. Read the field very nicely. You speed them today. Birdie. Bottom right corner. Down the button. Should break a little from his left. We'll need to keep the speed up. Misses it. Breaks a lot more than is discerned. Another one has gone a begging for your Rogers and the parts of which easy brilliant touch. Of course, rest of the field is in the second place. We are allowed the 10 in the park, right in the park. So there's a complex green there. That is done there. That's it up with 7 short 7 and combining short B, of course, easy for them. Good part there. Why that should be for the
One does feel for Elton when he started the day in the leader group. We slipped thanks to, of course, his 3 drop shots made up with 2 birdies, but that still leaves him at 8 under, tied 7th place. He still has a few holes to cover up. Yuvraj Sandhu is running with, looks at it, 19 under. His own post record is 23 under, with his preferred line to be back to 22. Let's see if he can overtake that. He's already got an 18 under his belt.
really weak. Of course, but then it's a couple of that goal begging. So great future. This approach to the left hand now. Then see a whole host of funding groups that started the in proposing that although essentially that well that so that they do us early on this TV morning. We also ask you to follow social media, YouTube, and could see the live coverage and video questions. We of course love hearing from you. And we go to poll number 12. There's only one gear right now for you. It's the 5th gear. It's the cycle. Foundation. Look at that. In the transition, everything has to stop. It's probably the first parent shot we see. You can understand, the frustration after hitting so many beautiful shots. What's just going in for it? Little pent up. You can feel it, especially the 3-point, 4-point. Shots. Even though he's winning, it shows you that he wants to better himself.
That's what champions are made of. But what is even more great? He played 14 events this year prior to this. After Digboi, he picked 11 cards, out of which 10 could be top 10 finish. That was wait an opportunity.
Yes, I think that will be a feeling exploring interesting to what the future is. Bangladesh, India, at bowler number 13. Still playing L to B series. All these Indians. Lo and behold, an absolute beauty. So the players from Bangladesh are in these conditions pretty comfortable. They're 15 putts and they're doing well. Before Bangladesh in the cut 5. 6. It gets better if you go to technology that
So interesting to see that in the top 9 was the 3 guys. Yeah, that figure, which all very well.
yeah, you have players with top 1 country. Zimbabwe, Dr. City. Which was the United States. The action. Demal, alongside his countrymates. Yeah, makes talk about that. You also have a look at the world merit and see what that matter was the combination. This currently with Raj sits at 1 crore 6 lakh 67,000 rupees. So he will go to 1 crore. There's a good story of it. After 15 events, we have a commanding lead. Also, these doesn't look like a good top 5 country with
पापा भूख लगी है, मुझे भी वॉशरूम जाना है।
पेट्रोल भी भराना पड़ेगा।
सब मिलेगा इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत पेट्रोल पंप पे। हर जर्नी को परफेक्ट बनाने के लिए इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत जैसी सुविधाएं चाहिए, क्योंकि स्वागत है हैप्पी जर्नी की रेसिपी।
What a great shot! But he looks tired. And that's a drinks break.
But what's the plus sign for? अमृतांजन इलेक्ट्रो प्लस। जब लगे थकान वाली प्यास, जरूरी है सेल लेवल हाइड्रेशन। इसके इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स आपके सेल्स को रिहाइड्रेट करें, एनर्जी लौटाएं, थकान वाली प्यास मिटाएं।
जब आपको भी लगे थकान वाली प्यास, अमृतांजन इलेक्ट्रो प्लस, थकान वाली प्यास के लिए।
पढ़ता है, खेलता है, झूलता उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है, आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया।
You see, Kshitij Naveen Kaul has finished 5 under for the day. He had a very ordinary opening round. He got a 70 by 71 and a 75 yet round 3. Managed to make the cut, 71. But he was on fire today. Shooting 7 birdies before the bogey finished the round. That presently placed him at tied 20. The gentleman playing to 400 in Prakhar, Assam. With 5 birdies and 1 drop shot on the field, and still has a handful of holes to play. Late surge, I guess, to improve. Never give up, keep at it. And not better to learn that from the Yuvraj Singh. Presently sitting at 19 under with an 8-stroke cushion, and it's getting harder and harder for the opposition.
That's getting on between the Servo masters. In the busy process, a little bit trouble of the people. I think that the worst seems to be behind it. It's lucky that he has a shot here. He can get out of it quickly here. Side to reload. So I think that he's drawn himself some sort of a shot. So it's definitely a positive break. Certain what the lie is, but the fact that the caddy has won definitely a shot to be off.
The undulating nature of the flames results in the player's hands visible on camera. This is the case right now. Walk out. Lit.
Yes. Get that. Let's see when. Oh, you get. Let's see. Ox. Appears to be his ball here. So it's a very good effort. Given the conditions, the line that he had. Done a very good fortune favors the bold. Currently, fortune is smiling upon me.
While Veer and Avat pocketed a birdie, well, Viraj Matappa and Veer Alawat are tied second at 11 under feet. The race between them is fast becoming one second spot. Until somebody plays out of this game. The weather in Digboi this time of the year is simply divine. So the conditions, working conditions are outstanding. The weather is divine. Best advertisement.
Let's also have a look at lower down the field and take sounds. One is okay for the day. The caution, overpower for the day. For policy, even from. And then I've got a spot missing for larger. So we have with a bar there. On the Sharma, but also got a good overpower. Great snow. We want to the fuel centric underbar. Stefan Bennett. Even one for the all thing that he delivered. This part might actually go the break it up, the hierarchy, then it is. But it's watching this piece, but it could easily be 30 under for the week, the way that he's not being able to buy himself, but with overwhelming accuracy and execution, 19 under bond, it's made flawless T degree. Just kiss the button. I think he just kissed the button. So you kiss the button, asking to implore it to make he's got the bond, he's made birdie, and he allows his eagle. Positions for the whole chapter, the owl, tiger, red shirt. Very superstitious. About it. Dressed in all white, diametrically opposite of Black Knight, Gary Blair. He's the white knight, the poppy field, he's all in white. Some of all the regular and the time is yes, he's done so beautifully. Well done. Nice. See, the way that they play the water is danger. From Guru Gram. The pace on that part was perfect. More beat on that one because in view is also see the same very accomplished player, right? It's golf all over the world. It's but helm. It's clear. The game of golf under his stewardship. Of course, the team is operation. The is together to make it happen for us without sponsors. This something very good would not happen. Look back in the years, the victors, how the time flow. Looking at Telcho Kumar, looking like a newborn baby, looking so young in that photo. indomitable spirit. Whereas Page once again put out to say, I think it was pretty is metric of victory yet it serves to assume that we are failure what you
Sorry about the carry of the tea there. It's nice to be. It's very just maybe a little bit to the left, but we'll be happy with that shot. And yes, that montage is just sort of dominance of Mukesh and Shankar Das. So between them, I think that is like from 8 or 9 times at the very least. Just between the two of them. So again, I think it underlines the fact that you really don't need power and distance and force and it's golf. It will pay off for you.
it's not golf. Almost I can also golf can get under your skin. Not golf. I think it also shows that good ball strikers, consistent strikers. Push look at that view. Mesmerizing. Yeah, that field run. Uh, Definitely should be on data, not just for the P guard.
Also, don't forget the wildlife. Kaziranga was a good sanctuary. Not too far away from here. Great access and protection of wildlife. Stellar one definitely one of the best wildlife sanctuaries. Home to not just the rhino, but the tiger, elephants, plenty of wildlife. So it's a great place to during the season. It's like sure I was pointing out. Place where your lungs can actually expand. Look at that view. No oxygen, then pollution, no that.
This beautiful big boy.
All of that.
From our opinion, he got the country. Also, the weaving itself into the fabric of sport. We draw it. Now you feel a little for it. It's it needs to let off that steam. And hopefully, you can find a putt rather than later.
Also seems to be a second tee shot in the wines.
It's a big, you can't make a bogey on the previous so for the touch. Seven, I think it's the par five. Beautiful facilities, the guest rooms. Riding down. Being followed by between the thing. Also, question important. BDTI. You know, you need feed of champions, but you have to love them. See, yeah, you know, best get it done. Stardust, it's like you as well. That ball is indeed fine. But what are we maybe just taking a seat, you know, maybe bang in. Yeah, there's so much beauty. You want to go and gander. Um,
Situation is, I think, it's always the best thing to take a medicine. You can get a result. Stop.
First look at Arjun Prasan. Put it back there, the professional doctor of India. I said a shot worthy of number one. Really shot,
Very soft hands there. This is what all in the ground to check progress of the ball. Make a good fucking lead.
5:50.
Deep hole.
Just off the green.
Virgin hand, and he will want to get some good numbers on his card. Early and forward. Just trying to let the green to work for him. Put the ball in the best place possible. More events to go after this one. Including you was outside the Mumbai region, the greater Mumbai region, are expanding facility 9 months to expanded. Three weeks visiting there the course of the next 2 weeks. But left. Beautiful day again. Like yesterday, bright, clear skies, not much of breeze to disturb the vehicles. In their progress to the 18th zone, to 15. It's taking time. Beautifully controlled. Just overnight, everybody just feel that. Think high. Just of the free, first stuff. The collar, the green. Not a bad effort at all. Beautiful first once again. Even give an idea of how worded the layout is so conjugate time. Gullies and gulches around the field. Lots for the free progress to second and final 25th edition of the calendar. Great support for great Indian company, employed backbone, one of the backbones of the economy of the country. Tremendous support was for economy, hockey, football. And agony is basic key. This is one. And on the left,
fucking days. Pretty aggressive part. Clear signaling intent. He's going about 4 feet by that. The others who are making moves today, Badr Singh and Jamal Singh, very similar techniques. The number one. The end of our day, played an entire season of three female girls. And I'm giving it the early walk. La Kevin Na walking his What happening here? Digboi links natural beauty to golf courses. And for our viewers, do spread the word. Those who love watching golf, they learn you see the best in business. There. Currently on your screens, the Raj Patappa.
Plenty of action also Korea on the PGT last 2 years. You follow them on Twitter, you follow them on Instagram, you follow them on Facebook. First, like Charlie said, do share the word about live coverage of every event and the PGT calendar, very covered week on week, golf from different parts of the day. Today, we're going to be extreme office.
Yes, it's really something professional going through the team that the F1 fan, the F1 from one place for a lot of stories. So the first thing to do then the breadth of this beautifully is it's leaving their mark. More seriously. Check it for the Raj. Leaving a chip in the mouth there, leaving it really short. Yes, I've been able to. I got a investment shot that was almost in. Seems like I need prescription glasses and so that was a pretty good shot.
With that from the Raj in the post. It's quite, I think he was expecting it to go in. Stood up and surprised that I think again, pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good effort indeed. Hey, from what was that? Trophy.
Actually, there that you run, you see that what we saw, he started and PGT will come. Cat, he will encouragement, I'm sure, for the event leader and PGT ranking to the great man himself on the state.
Great man, bringing that right in first. And he comes sport that he has. What he means to the game, say, sport in general, but the time and effort that he's given, it's this is really something. He's a great benefactor of golf and selfless. Wants to grow. The sport is galvanizes, builds a nation. He understands the effort that he's taking. So lead to results far and wide.
It's certainly been a dynamic leader of the PGT. He's surprisingly And he is really saying we should leave golf in their happiest space. If he's done with his thing, Prakash on
Prakash,
good morning.
the main is flowing.
The air, the color, the speed, fast order, and things. PTI study Europe.
Yeah, that itself is a rich experience and a professional, for the thing that we collecting later, that these opportunities. I say that's such a great thing now to happen for the professional, throughout of India, that best get a stage, and this sort of arena. Unsure. I'd like to welcome box. Young, unsure.
A young man from Delhi, 20-year-old. Going fast right Italian. Like talking new breed of Volvo with more comfortable with the rest of the game as they are at this moment. Nice conversion there. No fast. But not very long, 2 feet. Right in the center of the top. And a little more time in the woods over here. And path for the club. Just found the ball. Now looking for a way of it then. Okay. The ball is then wood leaves where. Jab at the ball and send it to at least it's out of the woods back on the fair.
Steven Sisodia didn't have a great start to the day, double bogey. We covered up for that with a triple on the 7th. Make 1 under. So placed tied 5th at 9 under. The action is heating up at volleyball play. Yuvraj Sandhu is still atop the pecking order with 5 holes left to play. 7-hole cushion, which is massive.
Nice approach shot there. And, even as you speak, one man who's definitely on the move is defending champion. Imam Hussain is being card picked up in fact 5 shots and now tied for 3rd place. You can have the power alongside Yuvraj Malappa who's top. Still leader from day 1, Yuvraj Sandhu, who is competing at the powerful tournament, 200 day. Badal and at the 5 shots. 14. The must to play for, definitely for the championship, for minor placings, step 2 and 3 of the podium, so to say, actually. And this is a second, third, fourth, top 10 getting close. In fact, not just 3 shots covering the top 10. Take away Video 7 shots of score. Tech punch. Out. Just pulling up to the left of the cup. A fairly straightforward conversion. We, of course, having spent a year in Europe this year, top the GTI rankings. 1 year, and we got to play on the G World Tour.
One can expect some aggressive golf to be allowed in the next 5 holes. There's just one stroke that they think the duo Jamal Hussain and Virat Medappa. He will want to increase that gap and make his own the second spot. With a lingering hope that you can still falter somewhere and you can actually usurp the leader for the position, but that is very unlikely right now. Peter Lavert in his own mind will be having a sole second place finish. There are many ways of reading a line for the putt, especially in undulating surfaces. Read to keep in position.
So, yeah, I think to minimize the damage, I'm just paying off the fairway. This hole itself, 14.
Oh, that nearly lipped out. It just went in, out, and then luckily found its way back into the cup.
Just show that you can't let yourself relax. Lots of yeah, we can catch you out. Partner. Yes, very, very narrow. Alvarez was in it just 2 shots off the lead up. Little to the right. So we got started background in the shots. Then all of a sudden, defending champion. Shaurya has worked himself back into the top 5. Believe like back 9. Bounce back from that with the body. 14. So not the easiest part. I think this you could see the break that part. Good job by the young man. Fast strike talent again, like it's the last group of young talent pushing. There's a good people in India where you can have voice of winner this year. The defending champion. The ball was sent, put it on the ball flow. So you tap it, it's 38 punching. Now we wait for second.
That's an outstanding shot. Camera work.
पापा भूख लगी है, मुझे भी वॉशरूम जाना है।
पेट्रोल भी भराना पड़ेगा।
सब मिलेगा इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत पेट्रोल पंप पे। हर जर्नी को परफेक्ट बनाने के लिए इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत जैसी सुविधाएं चाहिए, क्योंकि स्वागत है हैप्पी जर्नी की रेसिपी।
I'm sorry, sir. My mistake.
पर हम भी सिद्धि है।
मुश्किल खड़ी है, खोले सीना, सामने एक चट्टान है, मेरी जिद का बोले पसीना, चट्टानों के अंदर आसमान है। जिद क्या पावाली, जिद क्या पावाली, जिद क्या पावाली, जिद।
What a great shot! But he looks tired. And that's a drinks break.
But what's the plus sign for? अमृतांजन इलेक्ट्रो प्लस। जब लगे थकान वाली प्यास, जरूरी है सेल लेवल हाइड्रेशन। इसके इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स आपके सेल्स को रिहाइड्रेट करे, एनर्जी लौटाए, थकान वाली प्यास मिटाए।
जब आपको भी लगे थकान वाली प्यास, अमृतांजन इलेक्ट्रो प्लस, थकान वाली प्यास के लिए।
Message there, everybody will stay hydrated, to a partner. Victoria choice in the city bank, plus Amul, Tampa, and the next partners in journey to pick up and maintain the next side. Coming to the final stage of this one, prize money going up. From last time, it's now technically rupees, the longest running paper on the PDC and strong support from part of its important part of the country. We also have tea for its wildlife, for the mighty river, and of course, this very interesting golf course.
The name Digboi came British. Big for oil.
I'm not so sure about that. There's no one historically and besides, you don't really think of it, you need to go, will go. Take that, think it. Sure about it, young man, 10 under par for the tournament, and certainly making a bid to join the top three. His best after having a minor blip midway through the round.
But you have to dig in deep for sure.
For the big,
Let's say it will. Let's say it will.
that ball, win, par three, taking the dance floor. One of the saying that we clothing on we allow to also keeping good pace. I mean, they both picked up. Leaders picked up more shots last 5 last 4 holes. Having given away a bogey in the par three. which has actually got so many others out today. In fact, all through 4 days of
It will be much more wind. So the wind factor hasn't played much role this week, but the golf course is a challenging one, undulating, testing physically and mentally. So you have to be top of the game.
This is great. Great. It's not a very long path, but I hope all the people can just a little club choice, not even going to ball. We love it to shots. Or we in that group sometimes which are in a lot of things. And bother is we love. Yeah, we get and so we take the path. 6 shots. Playing at the top hand, safely on the green, they will take over. So that's the track. So that's next.
Far and few of those moments Yuvraj has not played the gallery for the kind of form he is in. Always started watching, the learning that is pro.
Thank you for that. Well, of course, the real joy is playing of the question. Remember, therefore, we can't any given Sunday. We can have the same
As we've seen, Yuvraj, despite his outstanding performance, creating that this week, he missed a lot of short putts. As Shaurya mentioned, he's going to be 30 under. And those putts range, but he's head and shoulders above the field right now, even though the lead he has is middle down the stick. That's courtesy. We'd allow it. Late third, we birdied the 11th. He dropped the shot in the 10th, but he eagled the 11th and birdied the 12th and the 14th. Moved to 3 under for the day. Meanwhile, Jamal was there and he's on fire. Defending champion has 4 birdies and an eagle.
Yeah, he's that's the reason that he's the champion, first world champion. And of course, they belongs to left field, bowling 7 under par to the week at the in 6th position. The golfer, the week at the because that was really quite passion in the events of that. Yeah, I think maybe at towards reaction after that, technically, I have to tell you that. You allow it?
Camera now, pulling away from his ball, he'll have been distracted a little bit from somebody further up the fairway. Too happy with that.
Yeah, that can happen. He's playing the par 3 16th, the hole where Ashwin had his tryst with destiny, so to speak. Born again, being chased by an elephant there. Of course, none of the players having dealing with that. His father happening.
Then to put away the distraction of that photo very quickly. So it was the dance floor there for we allowed. Having been second game by itself from 13 under par. In fact, he is now here something of a charge for after that podium 10.
Yeah, very interesting. He's made eagle, birdie, par, birdie, birdie. He's won 5 under through last 4 and only 5 behind the Yuvraj. Like fire. So Yuvraj is leading. Birdie finally gets the putt going into the flurry. You will not see it beat behind the par. But not all the way to the left. Preferred location. Measuring play 50 odd yards. It's a very good shot, about 15 feet. Very difficult pitch position, impeded by that large overhanging tree. And you have a phase that is taken.
Both the president and the chief executive of the BPCI watching closely up in there and down the door. But we have to vote for our cameraman and do as well. So they followed.
Yeah, I was saying it's not of the territory is expansive. You talk about stationary sport, where you have your camera crews and your the bays and the camera placements. Very easy, but when you talk about sport like golf, you talk about a massive area to cover. It's not easy, especially getting power. The camera crews,
Golf covered in India. The great big curve and year on year it's better.
Yeah, of course, that is the fact. We're just alluding to just the technical difficulty because of the wide, expansive area. And you also have to be circumspect. Golf is not like other sports. They just make lots just walk anywhere. They have to be very careful to their lines, they don't get disturbed. And then you have these large the internet connection. It's easy. It's really difficult to broadcast golf. It's really different, but of course the outcome which is on the space. Live golf, being made available. They're controversy. It's a partnership to start almost like time. So that's why when you have it involved, with PGDI, the to witness the leader in the was the professional golf in India because it's sport, everything else that is so important for the country and professional golf. Yeah, it's world recognized, affiliated with DPO, PGA to offering ranking for one of the strongest open domestic tours. Next month, we have a look at early effort and we not being able to gauge speed of that occasion.
Good point you made, Sharon. This year we have full, we have 17 entries. As this year coming up, next year is quite school. We just see more countries are represented. But this is really becoming a pathway for international golfers to become and they go along in the bigger tours. They allow something of a role. Something around the world on that part. Very, very good effort from the beach. Put up just right at the cup around in the net. But now on the path is 16. But like 2 on the par way and also double digits. Usually is something. It's from 6 and the lower hand down, also the jack it eliminates the wrist play. You immediately very well. Also, I can position 5 we say that's the 5 of the match should be. And yeah, okay. Yeah, she will be cleaning up very assertive. That's kind of what he likes. Mama does it at 4. Been seeing it. It's being doing well this year. And putting some performance. Proceeds. Point 2. The pandemic regular on the head. And current year almost out of view. The fast even 15. So I need maybe had a 16 T. There, you 25 years. With this feature of the left hand side, there is this electric case. The other. His dream partners, the Marathon doing. And whether already on the transfer or we are closer to it in Raj.
But kick out shot hasn't begun. That is impeccable execution. Able to gauge the ball on that again. Pitch it to perfection. That five. Well done. We get to the par 5. Expect that it will be somewhere maybe 15. This is what he has.
But we waited to carry the picked up the flag and I need to. But in one of those days,
Really, guess it was fine. Really, very to be dominated page. I think effectively you're talking about the page. I don't think anybody's been that affected in such a short duration. It's maybe been a professional for 5, 6 years, I think, if I'm not wrong. 6.5 years. At that time, these months, quite a few victories. As far as that's concerned, we definitely be leading that statistic. I think that looks like good, but let's see, that's about 2.5 feet short. He's going to give that the due respect.
really good effort then.
Look, really, when that was tracking the entire distance.
Kept calling all the way. So even rather than chip on those, so beautifully each other, just drop the ball.
And Raja doesn't really waste time. Yeah, you look and you miss is that quick. It's time to go.
It really is someone who just doesn't wish to see on the TV, see forever, see it's all business, and it's up there, very
Offer the not shape society, especially food. Very difficult. Case that, of course, this all field that. Then also the factor of confidence. And then the better boss I is that for sure. That takes up a little stress. Because from the so it's that would be the last kind of yeah. So you see, the golf all striking is going compared faster golf and the bikes the excess. So that's what they find. In the, so that's it. Even if they say this takes so very confident. Now we look at this. This should be straight in. Let's see if he gets this right and finally he gets one to go in.
it's a bit of a repeat of the stress because you want to start with
Well, it's a beautiful part. That's exactly what
and those parts don't and the one being spelled the 18 then it's it's just I think it's going to here. Well, literally expand the list.
he's short as interesting. It's Javindra not happy with that one. Hit the tree that can happen in time. Get off the speed. Brilliant camera. Yeah, it's below the surface. It's first to the right and very mental activities. And it's for that. It's a really good brilliant shot right there.
Remember the camera with the holding that and backdrop of the shadow. Yeah, great stuff. And, we have put that way. Let's see this shot. Great birdies, yes, the opening. I'm looking for this to be very good. This is going to be aggressive. Look at that. Look at the quality of ball striking, leading off high quality shot one after another. It's another tight flag with not much margin for error, if any, to be honest with you. That tree should be a yard right. The flag with overhanging. So it was exact execution. And you might talk about great, then you can need to do that evaluation. 90%, because you're going to see it, you believe it. Let's see if Viraj also, you don't have the best to with the fun. See that if pitching pitch can this. That's what I think that can happen. That's weird. A little bit off to the right, make the branch. If you're lucky, then you come this side. At times, it can be so the jungle will be. It looks fairly harmless in office. But it's when you're on the jungle, it's like this. I mean, there's a weird battle going on in me. Every time near 11 makes a gain, the Jamal is adding to that margin between the two, just one shot down, looking at the and Jamal right on the field and pushing the park, bunching up very, very nicely behind the lead. The Rogers, once again, by the 6 strokes, we picked up a shot on the field. And it's really well placed. It took up yet another one. This shot, park, you can see. There was a tee shot, but Tracer blocked on the target and sent it exactly. Great visualization, great. See, a little bit of that swag in his back and his walk. Right? Yeah, of course, that birdie and another shot. Doing the right thing, I think all golfers. All, I think one wonderful thing. Get on the green, find takes and takes, please take a little bit of time to prepare them, not just a all that is find the takes close by. Please take that little bit of an effort, help the next, and keep the greens in good health. Yeah, absolutely. They say that repair yours and make the world a better place. Absolutely. The was really hard. It's just a bit of an acknowledgement of their arguments. Take a little bit of that's short here. That's a lot really work with and pride that he's doing with the fun. First to at least 4 yards of to get the maybe the line. The grass that is doing against. It's very need a good hit in order to get the. You know what? Yeah, that's decent effort. That part, the 4 feet. Do you think it was about yeah. When it sits down really and grass that can especially on live where it's wedged between if you manipulate the grass then it's very difficult. So also I get confidence in your pocket to put on. Well, of course, he's let it play for some. Yeah.
of course, it's very survey the double movies. It's
What
two over the days, John Martin Post, double. Bouncing over the so it's feet. Jump it out, bounce fast. Yeah.
volleyball and stop acting and making people be allowed.
I mean, statistics in professional ball football players played 5 playoffs. And then Chica played 5 and finally it's patience is the word. And you just played it really well after all the missed parts.
We're back with you. Sonia drive. What will be his 72nd and final goal of this 25th edition of the Indian Oil Servo Masters being played at the verdant and interesting Digboi golf links far northeast of India. If everybody had game of golf as smooth as possible, made possible by servo lubricants, a lot of people will be very happy, certainly. Sometimes it is the case, sometimes it's not. So look after your lubrication and golf game will be on the right track. 19th hole is always there, 80 feet. Set things right if but these boys, it's passing them. It's just making sure they get to finish line.
Yeah, hole number 18. This is when the rim metrics. One beyond the road. The road runs through it. The road runs through it about 20 yards short of the green. Like here, you can see the width of the stance is pretty big. Build a strong base because he knows he's going to give it everything. Just the body language. Look at that. There's no holding back. That's that throw that Tiger is something. It's a powerful. That ball, that is the longest that we've seen. That is long beyond the road. It's the thing. That little furry friend. See, yesterday afternoon is going to be woken up. He thought that it's safe there. Nobody guessed it. But if it's something, look at that. You see all the players with a wider stance here because they're giving it a bit sense of that stability. It's the hard thing.
For some of these players, it's probably not a reachable.
Really elite because it's for 365. So I don't recollect hitting the weight. Of course, there is statement, but these are the longest hikers of the professional golf to India. Maybe even the longest in Asia as well. Guys like Veer, it's a testament. He finished last year second at the very trying DLF golf country for that, the DP World Tour event. So he definitely has this game. He can hang with the longest hitters in the world. I've seen it for the ball. When he catches, he can carry it 15 in the air. But minuscule fraction professional, so you can keep that just carry right in the air. They are being in the top 10 percentile. The 90.
पापा भूख लगी है, मुझे भी वॉशरूम जाना है।
पेट्रोल भी भराना पड़ेगा।
सब मिलेगा इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत पेट्रोल पंप पे। हर जर्नी को परफेक्ट बनाने के लिए इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत जैसी सुविधाएं चाहिए, क्योंकि स्वागत है हैप्पी जर्नी की रेसिपी।
पढ़ता है, खेलता है, झूलता उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है, आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया।
इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत पेट्रोल पंप, क्योंकि स्वागत है हैप्पी जर्नी की रेसिपी।
This back to the action. Hole number 17 in view. It's a semi complete to the right. I can actually just meander the living room. You see that level with the drop off. 10 odd yards. So let's try to get that level down. But you can't pitch it there, so you pitch it on the higher ground and then the ball goes down.
Seems to be a very common area for the ball to connect. Because everybody that angle. So
Yeah, it slopes that way. And of course, these are the final few. Very small time, maybe about 20 yards in length,
right.
and the width is maybe about 30 yards. And and to 4 and get there. Many players down to or on the higher level. That's why they get like yeah. We border for you speed elevated.
Well, right.
Yeah, sometimes that's the draw for it's a sprinkler effect.
We did study and get on that ball. Green is a field. The Digboi golf links. Plenty of greenery, plenty of grass, big tree, the mature tree, the old course. The present location is 1943. No.
Little bit to the left hand side. Pretty comfortable there. In fact, up to the age feeling very feel of ever experience. And let load in a repeated fashion. Let professional player maybe never been honored by this market. Something you never been winning by age which is career in my life. We're doing it so often. It's ludicrous to be honest with you.
Absolutely. It shocks is massive, massive pushing coming to the final two holes were very close. Raj, of course, says he loves this match because he's won his first professional title here. Won, won once again, and he pretty much settled getting hand on the trophy for himself. But before that, he distance.
Now, we need to this. He's done that. It's looking in the air. Yeah, actually, that's good execution. Always.
Raj Madhapal, the third member of the group, is not had the best of days. Went up in second place and he started the day. He flipped off the pace of the group. And himself down 8 dropped 2 shots in the last 4 holes. He certainly wants to push back further up further back up the order because it as the environment finally taken. Well,
It's underway. And what naturally pitching it on the flag. That's the best that we've seen thus far.
just one shot shy of the time for fifth place. Currently at but it is top 5, which is currently shared. Sorry, Bhattacharya on his own in fourth place. Valedictory Hussain, Saptak Talwar and Tanga currently in the share for fifth. On Kerala. Defending champion Jamal Hussain making a strong run at the end. It's tied for second. I'm sorry, to finish. There's a lot to play for behind this way.
Yeah, of course. He's playing a different role. The rest of the field have been left in the right to see him play more, and I think what that does for the entire field is that elevates the rest of the field. Just look at the scores. In 12, 0, 12, 11, 10. This golf course historically was never easy to get to double digits. And we can talk a lot about the advancement of technology, but that doesn't change things. It's still like golf your ball. Maybe the driver goes 5 yards. Don't believe the marketing. If we get 15 yards extra each year, we will be 1,000-yard drives. So, dignitaries. It's the Indian done for the sport cannot be spoken about enough. It would be pivotal not just for the professional, but for amateur, junior. They've done so much. They continue to be a bulwark. Next generation of champions. 20. Here, big football fields. And Raja, after that quick second shot, is done well. That's make that.
want to take 91 to 3.
Did you imagine that we'll be looking at 20 under par when we start this week? This golf course you have so much experience, even with the wildlife chasing you down. But I'll tell you one thing, that even if elephant was chasing down Raj, he would have been undeterred. He's cut from a different cloth, my friend. That right. Go on over to our website www.bgtofindia.com. Live school, bgtofindia.net. Everything is there. You know, a lot of information. Look at the stats. The tour, it is right towards the end of the business. It's half. The champions are decided, and who will be the number one. As of now, it looks like it's you have this. Think anybody will be able to rest that away from a very. It looks a little. Yeah, very stuff. You cannot really pubs. Gone over to Jaipur. This in December. Get a week's break. To Delhi Golf Club, the Vishwas Open. Still open. Field. 5. We've seen Yuvraj make a putt on the fields with the first putt that we've seen. Let's see if he can hit this putt for his spot. A bit aggressive with the chip. Missing it well. So he moved back to 19 under par. Not that it does makes any difference. It is purely academic at this point in time. It's a comfortable 7 should lead.
That was 71st championship, 25th. So Masters.
You know, I'd be remiss if I don't mention Jamal Hussain. You know, he's a champion here for a reason. He's blenishly the only golfer that I can see go free and and you know, he's not a long hitter on the tee. He'd be between 50 yards short of Yuvraj. It shows you that skin a cat who makes this par a really nifty par. It doesn't have really
Absolutely. You kept a low profile. The 7th one quietly moved the dirt and then picked up pace 3 birdies. Par. Straight of 32 and 23 from 75.
Well, that's the rest of the play. That's Dipankar Kaushal always having this smile in his face. Eye for the party. We'll keep things going. Enjoy the game. That's, of course, the legend. Be there. This Dave. I played a few rounds when I was an amateur. He paired with me in big amateur tournaments. And I'll tell you, he was not happy with my pace of play. It's some funny conversation. Eating and Raja. Here, a hand comes off. Because the players are giving it more than 50% of this. That can happen, missing into the left. So he'll have his work and from there, he's currently at 10 par inside of countryman, Badal Singh, Badal. Here, this is going to be a long driving contest between these two. See who can bludgeon it further. It's like two gladiators going at it. Viraj Madappa. Let's see. See that where it's going. This is no holding back here. You see that sort of finish the entire treatment. Words and well, I think everything that's happened, but it's bound down with that. We have to do it well. We didn't quite see it yesterday. That's the longest. Thus far, almost getting to counter. We said
The dog, cricket, football, time. This is not a good place to be.
final drive for I could be Captain Yuvraj Sangh. Lot of gas in that tank. The youngsters to note that even though they're doing it this hard, they're all imbalance. But not easy to achieve what he's done. It's fine, I'll tell you, getting that speed and still be standing. That's a good angle for similar sport.
Just behind the leader, now Jamal Hussain is back at the club on 12 on the bar, currently scoring second. Everybody is having a meeting in the town. Position 11 and top the Kalwar is not done finishing. So, third member of that. They're all done. They're back in the clubhouse. Then this is the final group on speed. Drive and then we left.
A beautiful drive by beautiful. See, you have a lot of these walks, graphs here. Very interesting setup. I say it made for these friendly betting games. It's a guy that every turn. The round of the day has been by Jamal Hussain. 7 under par. That's the score second and then right money. I tell you that. Playoff record. So he got the par. High record. Das 3-8. What's page 7 play? Page 7 playoff. I think 4 again. 6 today. Shamim Khan has been in 9 playoffs. I think that's the highest number. Rashid Khan has been in 8. That's sad. You can find on the Professional Golf Tour of India website. The all-time career is Rashid Khan. With the age command before. Of course, when Kesh had his big that these price amounts are not inflation adjusted. Get to board and then he definitely be a lot higher.
They look at the price. Surprisingly, I don't.
Yeah, he's Mr. Sampath Chari. He's referee in the record. He's an integral code to the machinery of the yeah, the rule of ball. It's important to help the players. So and that best. Never too late to join a party, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. It's just in time for the final of the play. There are going to be no surprises, unfortunately, for people if you're expecting a twist in this game. It's predictable, it's high quality, and it's a kind of golf that will provide billions. They say they are coming to ban. But that I think it's fair to say that you can employ that for you at each and every. He's safe in how you do.
It's a short margin with the last few shots to use this championship. After this 4 events to go, the championship will be in a go. Go all the way across the country to the west, Rajasthan, from greenery of Assam to the native brown. The idea of the length and breadth of the spread, far and wide it travels.
The other shot coming in rough, taking the adventure route. Well, slightly for humans. Ticket there. With strength, spin. The drone work should be impeccable. With pilots. Seems to be in 70 already.
So nothing really to increase speed. The craft and all this spread. Get it up on
Out of position, and I think he's overshot that, but that's fine because you get the affirmation from the crowd, so it's should be fine. He'll have a chip and secure this. So this week, as it stands now, we have about 25 there. So just tell these enemies, otherwise the entire field will be under pass. To tell you the movement is different. So, as you can imagine, the other players will be in double digits. This golf course that doesn't see great angle for you, Raj. Maybe 50 yards to the front, within about 40 yards there. He's in the rough, so that should help. Yeah, what a shot. That's good. He needs to stop now. Well done by you, Raj. Yeah, Spanish hands. Let's see, great short game by Spanish players. And I think that's another quality that he possesses. There's no chink in his armor.
One will certainly be looking to put a good number on his card before he's done. The first started the day in second place. And down is 8th place all by himself. They have the big brass of the corporation. Sony outside. PGTS corporate treatment.
Yeah, he's the sport also does one more thing, it keeps you young. Because you often have effort in physicality, that becomes a way of life. You look at him, it's fantastic, even at this age, he's young and he's got that spring step and can still get that ball. This becomes a way of life. Fitness gets entrenched in everything that you do. The action stage is set. It's the final act of the play. Let's see if Raj can capitalize on that. Gone around the world in 90 days. Speak is well, after a brilliant cricketer, take up this chip and can hit within 10 feet.
Looks like he has
little better than 10 feet. It's only even 10 inches. This is really best. That is a difficult shot to in. That's too easy. Coming out of the ground, down the line, ball sitting down, these players can really surprise you with their brilliant execution. Smiling assassin and Raja. Gold. And it should be at 10 and 5. He's happy.
He had a very average front nine, playing to 1 over. Then he's more than made up on the back line and got a shot to end your penultimate shot. That's Yuvraj Sahil. All set to drive the final nail into the coffin.
It's been predictable. And look at this. Gallery pictures from outside. You can buy a ticket. Go by show and what's the lot of opportunity? And very minuscule. So that has really added to the flair piece participation interest from people. Previously wouldn't have seen off, but they've been in for trade this week. Yuvraj delivered yet again. Yes, now a heartbreak. He finished, lost the playoff, and came back strong. Let's see if he can hold this front end. Looks good. Just about stays. He's got to mark it. Yes, that should be able to.
Missing that putt, the reaction that he had, most of the champions, and he was satisfied despite the fact that the win, the guaranteed win, he played brilliantly. He still wants perfection. That's what drives the best in the business.
Viraj should be able to make that straightforward putt. Oh, yes. But, well done. Final stage is set. Come to the R. The is Sandhu. Yuvraj Sandhu. Finished. We get 19 under par, ladies and gentlemen. Never doubt another resounding beat. Another speed. Full execution of a gladiator. He's decimated the field yet again, steamrolled them into oblivion, and he's produced a golden performance here at the Silver Jubilee of the Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament. My congratulations to him. This is a week to remember. A masterful performance by a young champion.
And I hope they don't repeat this act when if Yuvraj wins Delhi. High probability. Freezing, all that cold water down your neck doesn't look appealing.
It's about time somebody proved them all. I think his friends are there, and water can't cool off fire at this temperature. He's fearless, I'll tell you. What a pleasure. 19 under par. And also, congratulations to the rest of the field. Jamar Sen, spectacular 7 under par. He's been untouchable today. The best round by far. And Torya Bhattacharya, who's growing in stature and strength. The modest, well-mannered, even-keeled youngster with a third place finish. Alongside Saptak Talwar, Veer Alawad, then Bangladesh is right, Badal Hussain, 10 under par, N. Raja. And it's making touch, 10 under par. Viraj Badappa, rounding up the top 10. Mangadas alongside Nicholas Lava and 8 under par. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen, as we head on to highlights and posts. Be peppered. Dimitri and our CEO and very proficient team, the professional tour. Yes. the operations team. Great job. And of course, be remiss if I don't mention the greenskeeping committee. Everybody here at the Digboi Golf Links, they've done a brilliant job. It's been perfect. The conditions have been immaculate. The golfers have really enjoyed the hospitality. And what you want is a fair test, and this golf course it's been trying. It's been difficult setup at times, but it's as I said, a dream.
So true. Now Yuvraj Sandhu's total earnings for the year, 1 crore 20 lakhs. It's phenomenal and a great advertisement for the fact that professional golf is alive in India. It's there for youngsters to take up as a career. Brilliant career option. Look, who better to role.
Look at the top 10 scores. This golf course, great thing about the golf course, the path, especially fields, birdies, red number, the 6, 7, 9. Maybe it's the kills. It's depending that when you are keeping it like really oriented. I don't we just keep going on and it's great thing. And go into a gap from us. Other. Again, I think that's a picture that is quite a few times. You have to be exact here at the beginning. Good part by him. Great showing by the youngsters. Yet again, the tour. Of course, N. Thangaraja flying at flag high for 40 something, but he doesn't look it. So because this move down. The unmistakable champion, the man of the hour. The future this and 21, 22 years of age, very victories. Very real contender for the championship. Of course, golf is a funny game. But I can't quite count that you the lead that the Raj have is going to be with them. With that lead of 20 lakh to Rajari. Mind you, we still have 6. Calculation 15% of that is something. So again, those that you live for. You got a cool off, buddy. There is the Pankard. You got a cool off. You got that victory. Let's do it back.
So a towel is a key element in your golf kit.
This is a trend of war. You know, when you're type, yes, these are the moments.
Well, also good to see someone really done it.
day out of not only is the sport also advancing, but the coverage and the presentation as fast gets better every year. Quality of coverage is almost catching up with that, obviously. Also helps that the golf course is such a pretty lot of colors around it. Everything adds to the visuals.
Yes, sir, over the last few years, you see the quality of the camera work production has increased year on year, giving us a chance to get you better and better visuals of the unfold. And what better way for it to unfold than a dominant performance by champion Gujarat Sandhu now. Each year on year, in fact, Ashwin will see the performance of the league go up steady last 3 or 4 years. We were the 1 crore mark at one point. We crossed that 3 or 4 years ago, and it's built year on year. Also, designated the sort of money that is being brought into the game by the PGTI team to work. I mean, really sweat to bring the money into the game so that it continues to flourish, bring opportunities to this growing band of professional golfers across the length and breadth of India. There's a lot that goes behind the scenes there. These end product, but what goes in behind, a lot of hard work at every level. From this far northeastern corner of the country, the entire team will be all the way across to Rajasthan to get set in time for the next event in Assam. So, I mean, I think the logistics involved, it's not just the production of pictures, but all of the team behind, the scores and the administration. So, great efforts being put in to keep the game afloat and, in fact, keep rising draft, so to say. And this gorgeously beautiful stand. A little snapshot of it being brought to you yet again by Arjun.
Speaking of Rajasthan, it was very heartening to see my dear friend Vishal Singh competing. He belongs to Rajasthan. Of course, it will be interesting to see how he performs there. And also seeing that the drone operator is the standard field of coverage. He's now a better chance is being we go off topic, but lots of beauty that we have in the nation where boundaries. So much. The amount that you can see in one lifetime. (1916) is when the Digboi conflict was established. What a facility, the joy. Well, a brilliant stop on the PGTI calendar. Much look forward to stop. Sure, you will be looking forward to coming back here next year to defend this title. Meanwhile, everyone's getting ready for the prize presentation. We've got Sandhu, the winner, this leg of the 2025 season PGTI Tour. Earnings have crossed 1.2 crore mark this season. That's the trophy, the Indian Oil Silver Masters Golf Trophy, coveted trophy that everyone has come here to make their own. Yuvraj has managed to pocket it for the third time in his career. He won this tournament in 2022, and now again 2025. very first tournament victory as a professional came at Digboi.
That's also the year he set the tournament record. He came over that number. It did not happen, but he still gave it a good run, finishing at 19. It's not a small feat by any means, and to have a 7 or 8 shot on the field is quite extraordinarily impressive. And it's very rare to think of professional tournament, golf tournament, ending with the gap being that wide. That makes it even more impressive. How dominant he has been, led from called wire to wire finishing, from the flag, starting flag to the finish line. Head of game. It showed complete mastery of the free aspect from tee to green was show for everybody to see. So our pleasure to be here is being part of this. Come to the closing stage. Enjoy. So master. In the form of the prize.
So the 23 under that he scored, that preferred lives allowed. So that we understand the both the boys are wondering whether this 19 under, what did he shoot in top 22?
17 under, but I'm not sure whether I'm not talking about enforcement, but I'm talking about the large,
Winning.
the lowest scores. On that note, like you said, from out of the presentation party, couple with their captured from above. Yes. Did a great job of keeping tight focus on the party heading on to the podium. There's no problem. Looks like there's no. All right, thank you very much. And see you.
I request all the players and the guests to please take their seats as we begin with the valedictory ceremony of the 25th Servo Masters Tourney. Hello and a very good afternoon to you all. On the pristine and timeless greens of Digboi, where nature's generosity flows like the mighty Brahmaputra, where history whispers, emerald forests and lush tea gardens give us the beauty, and where Mother Earth once revealed India's first drop of oil, we gather here in this blessed land for the valedictory ceremony of the 25th edition of the Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament. It is a beautiful sunny afternoon here at Digboi Golf Links, and we are amidst the company of some very spirited personalities. We open this valedictory function with the Indian Oil song, and I request you all to please stand for the same.
जान है आधार देश की प्रगति का दुनिया में इतना सम्मान है आगे बढ़ेंगे ऊंचे उड़ेंगे हम सबका यही अभियान है इंडियन ऑयल इंडियन ऑयल इंडियन ऑयल मेरी पहचान है सबके हितों का संरक्षण हो हर कार्य विश्वास वचन और कर्म में हो आगे बढ़ेंगे ऊंचे उड़ेंगे ये मूल्य मेरा अभिमान है अभियान है मेरी शान है इंडियन ऑयल इंडियन ऑयल इंडियन ऑयल मेरी पहचान है इंडियन ऑयल इंडियन ऑयल इंडियन ऑयल मेरी पहचान है.
Thank you all. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy a special audio-visual presentation capturing the journey, highlights and the spirit of the 25th Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament. Can we have the AV please?
In the misty wilderness of Upper Assam, in Digboi, a story was waiting to be told. The story of India's first oil discovery. Here in 1889, pioneers struck oil, uncovering a resource that would change the destiny of a nation. By 1901, Asia's first refinery rose, and by 1902, kerosene from Digboi lit homes across India, marking the dawn of a new era. And all of this unfolded in a land unlike any other, Assam. A land where the Brahmaputra flows like a timeless melody. where tea gardens stretch to the horizon, where Muga silk glistens to the sun, and where the rhythm of Bihu keeps heritage alive. Amidst this land of legends, oilmen built a space for camaraderie, the Digboi Golf Links. One of India's oldest golf courses. For over a century, this course has stood witness to history, nurtured talent, and stood as a proud symbol of Indian Oil's enduring legacy.
मैं छोटा से गोल्फ कोर्स में केडी करते करते आया और मुझे कि देखने को मिला कि साहब लोग इतना अच्छा से एक स्टिक से खेल रहा है, तो हमको एक दिमाग में आया कि ये चीज़ मुझे भी खेलना चाहिए। अगर ये चीज़ हम खेलेंगे तो मुझे पता चलेगा कि गोल्फ का गेम क्या होता है। यही चीज़ ट्राई करते करते अभी तक 2025 में इंडियन ऑयल ने मुझे बोला कि तुम प्रो में खेलने का लायक का है।
मैं 1997 से केडी का काम स्टार्ट किया डिगबॉय गोल्फ कोर्स में, और इंडियन ऑयल ने मुझे खेलने का मौका दिया और खेलते खेलते मैं प्रो लेवल तक पहुंचा हूँ।
From humble beginnings to professional glory, such journeys embody the true spirit of sportsmanship and the values Indian Oil stands for. In 1999, Digboi Golf Links' proud legacy found a new expression. The Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf. Hosted on these historic greens, the tournament gave Indian golf a stage like no other. And now, in 2025, this remarkable journey reaches a milestone. 25 glorious years.
This year is a silver jubilee year for the Servo Master Golf Tournament. And being a silver jubilee year, I would like to wish that, first thing, all the top golfers of the country should be there participating in this tournament. And my best wishes for this tournament, for a very grand success.
From a mere 43 numbers that we had in the early 2000s, we have more than 100 people taking part in the tournament. And today, I can very, very proudly say that the Indian Oil Servo Masters is one of the longest serving tournaments in the country.
1999 से इंडियन ऑयल का एक सर्वो मास्टर्स प्रोफेशनल गोल्फ टूर्नामेंट स्टार्ट हुआ। 3 बार मैंने विनर भी हुआ एमेचर में। रिटायर करने का बाद भी इंडियन ऑयल का तरह बदौलत मुझे इस गोल्फ कोर्स पे आने का सुযোগ मिला।
Like going back to like Assam and Digboi for the 25th leg edition is obviously something which all of us are looking forward to, and I'm sure it's going to be a memorable event for everybody.
It's always great to have great things happening at the right time. We are all very excited from PGTI. It is a unique golf course right in the middle of the tea garden. It's really fantastic.
Digboi is one of the top golf courses in India. As a PGTI, we feel very, very happy. Indian Oil have taken the responsibility, not 1, 2, 5, 10, 25 years. Every year, they're trying to do that. Hats off to them, and my love and appreciation for them.
From fueling India's industrial journey to fueling the spirit of sport, Indian Oil and Servo have built a legacy that bridges time, culture, and generations. This is more than a tournament. 124 years of petroleum heritage, 25 years of sporting excellence, 25 years of Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf.
Thank you. I now take the opportunity to invite the dignitaries of this afternoon to please step forward and take the place of honor up front on the stage. I invite Mr. A.S. Sahni, Chairman Indian Oil, Mr. Kapil Dev, India's legendary cricketer and a passionate golfer and President PGTI, Mr. Rahul Prashant, ED&RH, AOD, Digboi Refinery, Mr. John Prasad, Executive Director, Corporate Communications and Branding, Marketing HO, Indian Oil, and Mr. Amandeep Joel, CEO, PGTI. Sirs, we welcome you all here today and thank you for your presence. Honorable dignitaries, senior officials of Indian Oil, guests, Team PGTI, dear golfers from India and across the countries, the foreign countries rather, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, I now invite Mr. Rahul Prashant, ED and RH, Digboi Refinery, to please briefly welcome all our guests. Sir.
A very good afternoon to all of you. On behalf of Team Digboi Refinery, it is really a proud moment for us to host the 25th edition of the longest serving this golf tournament. On this occasion, we have one of the legendary cricketer of our country, proud of our country, Shri Kapil Dev ji. I welcome on behalf of Team Indian Oil. Shri A.S. Sahni sir, Chairman Indian Oil. I welcome you sir on this great occasion. Shri Amandeep Jol ji, CEO PGTI, who are with us on this great occasion. Shri John Prasad ji, whose support with the Team Digboi Refinery is unparalleled, I must acknowledge. I welcome you, sir, on this great occasion of the final round, the final day of this 25th edition of Golf Tournament. I also welcome all the players who participated in this tournament. The participation of the top golfers really mean a lot of us because their presence in Digboi, in this golf course, makes us proud, and also to perform and to keep this golf course, wonderful golf course, more and more lively and wonderful for the next golf tournament which is going to happen in 2026. So I thank you all the players, all the caddies. I welcome you all. I welcome our guests also, and the media friends who are present for the beautiful coverage of this tournament. So once again, I welcome you all. Please enjoy the final prize ceremony.
Thank you, sir. And a complete honor now to request Mr. A.S. Sahni, Chairman Indian Oil, to please accord a traditional felicitation to Mr. Kapil Dev, the national sports hero and the President PGTI. This is a chorai, to honor and welcome the guests. This is a symbol of Assam. So sir is being felicitated with the traditional chorai, and of course this is a symbol of Assam, a symbol of honor, welcome, our warmth, our hospitality. This is Assam. And this is something really unique we'd like to present. Team AOD Digboi Refinery has designed this paraffin wax, one of the finest qualities of wax in the world, which is produced here at Digboi. And they have, designed it with Kapil sir's photographs. So, sir, this is a keepsake for you. This is also a symbol of the petroleum industry, as the first well and the first refinery, which is represented by the still. So thank you for accepting this honor. I now request Mr. Rahul Prashant, ED and RH. Sir, if you could please felicitate Mr. A.S. Sahni, Chairman Indian Oil. Sir, amidst your very, very hectic schedule, you've been able to find time to join us here.
वार्म अप फैसिलिटेट कराना हाँ मेरा रेल
Okay, sir. So, but one is very important. So, I would like to call upon Mr. Sampath Chari, Tournament Director, PGTI. He has been one, star who's been working day in and day out. He's been serving us. The past so many years, we've seen Sampath sir on the course, guiding our teams, conducting the tournaments. And so we would like to felicitate here. I'll request Chairman sir to please felicitate Sampath Chari sir. Amidst this huge gathering of golfers from India and foreign countries, we have one more star who's really unique, and he comes from Digboi Refinery. There's Pavitra Bhuiya. He's a star athlete. He's an officer in the HR department here at Digboi, and his claim to fame is that he's recently won a gold medal at the 23rd Asia Masters Athletic Championships in the shot put event. Mr. Pavitra Bhuiya will also be representing the country in the World Athletics Tournament 2026, which is due to be held at South Korea. Ladies and gentlemen, let's applaud for Mr. Pavitra Bhuiya. So heartiest congratulations to Pavitra Bhuiya. Keep up and good luck for the next international tournament. The presence of Mr. Kapil Dev, our national sports star here today, has taken the 25th Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament to an entirely new level. Sir, thank you for your presence here today. But very briefly, I want to request you if you could just speak to us. Please.
Namaskar, good afternoon. Thank you very much. We must say, Indian Oil, behalf of the player, we want to say thank you very much. 25 साल से आप लगातार बुला रहे हैं और हम खेल रहे हैं. उनकी तरफ से मैं धन्यवाद कहना चाहता हूँ. From the PGTI, special thanks, because very few tournament in our country which last for 25 years, and you're still very young and we are very young in PGTI. I hope our partnership carry on and you keep us calling again and again, and we can have a wonderful time. Enjoy your tea, enjoy, not to drink oil, but enjoy your oil also. Thank you very much inviting us, and good luck to you, and thanks again behalf of the PGTI and behalf of the players, the way you organize this tournament. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind words and compliments and the encouragement. I'm very happy to share with you that a leader, he knows the way and he goes the way and he shows the way. Ladies and gentlemen, such has been Mr. A.S. Sani, Chairman Indian Oil, as he's been the inspiration and guiding force. It's a fact. Behind us hosting this milestone edition of Indian Oil Servo Masters tourney. Sir, I request you to please share your thoughts with us.
Good afternoon, and I don't want to be in between the winners' felicitation and probably lunch. We are not having lunch here, so I'm not saying lunch. But I don't want to stand between felicitations. But nevertheless, thank you all the players for being here. Thank you PGTI for supporting the tournament. Thank you Kapil sir for taking time out from, I know how we have me and Aman have been working on his schedules. We are very satisfied that we could get 2 days of him here. We are very fortunate to be here, and I want to say only 2 sentences. The first one is that we are very happy, we are very honored, we are very delighted that this tournament is going on to complete it has completed its 25 years, which is a landmark, which is a proper big milestone. It calls for a big celebration, it calls for a big satisfaction. It is a big achievement, and we are very proud of it. That is first part of it. The second part of it, the journey for improvement never stops. There are some suggestions coming from Aman, Kapil sir, and we are looking forward to suggestions, to feedbacks, formal, informal, in whatever manner, for infrastructure, for facilities, for improvement of this tournament to be a much better, much bigger, much more enjoyable tournament. Those feedbacks are most welcome. We are soliciting them for improving this tournament year on year. I think these are the 2 things that I wanted to say. Thank you so much, most welcome, and come again next year. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the perfectly balanced address. And now Team PGTI would like to present mementos to the dignitaries. I'll request Prabhash to please coordinate it. Request Mr. Kapil Dev, President PGTI, to present a plaque to Mr. A.S. Sahani. Sir, request you to present it to Mr. Rahul Prashant. And to Mr. John Prasad. We are happy to mark this historic edition of India's longest running professional golf tournament with the release of a special commemorative coffee table book. May I request our dignitaries to please unveil the same. So here is an edition of Silver Saga and Timeless Greens, which we've tried to put together to commemorate this beautiful tournament. Thank you, sirs. And the much awaited leg of this event is right here now, the prize distribution. We thank PGTI for conducting this tournament, and I would now like to invite Mr. A.S. Sahani to please sign the check. All yes, sir. So we have a runners-up, and proud to announce the runner-up of the 25th Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament, Jamal Hussain. Give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Jamal Hussain comes from Bangladesh, and he played a fantastic 4-day round, 12 under 276, clocking 68, 73, 70 and 65 pars over 4 days. An absolutely fantastic win. Jamal Hussain, he is also the holding champion of the 2024 edition. So let's hear for him again. Chairman Indian Oil presenting a 10 lakh rupees check to Jamal Hussain. Congratulations, Jamal. The dignitaries, Mr. Sahni and Mr. Kapil Dev, taking the honor to do the signing ceremony on the check. And a complete honor and a great sense of pride we feel as I announce the name of Yuvraj Sandhu. Yuvraj, the winner of the 25th edition, the milestone silver edition of the Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament. Yuvraj, young lad from Chandigarh, and he has been a seasoned player on the PGTI calendar. I would also like to share with you that he played 19 under 269, clocking 65, 69, 66, and 69 over the 4-day round. And Yuvraj lifts this beautiful Servo Masters trophy. Let me remind you that the trophy is inspired by the very establishment of the Digboi refinery. So the bowl you see on the top is actually the still, which was the first refinery. Yuvraj, I'll invite you to please share your thoughts with us.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, players, dignitaries. Thank you so much, Sani sir, coming down, and Kapil Paji. Thank you so much. 3 years ago, I got my first win here, so Digboi is definitely very, very special to me. It has a close place in my heart. Getting another win on the 25th anniversary of IOCL tournament, it is just an icing to the cake. Digboi is special. Thank you so much for the warmth and hospitality. IOCL, I thank on behalf of all the players. The stay, the hospitality, the food, everything is immaculate. We really enjoyed coming to Digboi this week. We were literally hosted like stars. Thank you so much. The PGTI and the whole team behind the greens, the course, fantastic job. In fact, Sampath sir was telling me it was so hard to cut out a hole on the greens. So fantastic job there. PGTI, fantastic job. Thank you so much for hosting and putting this tournament together. My roommates and the players last week and last week, Shaurya, you pushed me to this win. Thank you so much. And Manu, thanks a lot for making me make more and more birdies throughout the weeks. And roommates, Bikram and Arjun, thank you so much. Last, family, team, everybody, Lavish sir, Rabia, Gurbaz, thank you so much, everybody, Gaurav sir. And family is PGTI, of course, mom and dad, my sister. I would also like to bring to notice that this win actually holds so much. It was just impossible for me to get this without such a big support that I have. And I just feel gratitude right now, and I'm at a loss of words. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for making this possible for me. Thank you.
Heartiest congratulations, Yuvraj, and heartiest congratulations to all the nearly 136 golfers who were part of this milestone edition. Let's hear it for all the players once. Team AOD has put in a lot of effort in pulling off this event, and I want to invite Mr. Suryadeep Diengya to briefly propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everybody. Honorable Chairman, Indian Oil, Sri S. Sani sir, Sri Kapil Dev, President, PGTI, Sri Amandeep Singh Jol, CEO, PGTI, Sri Rahul Prasant, ED and RS Digboi Refinery, Sri John Prasad, EDCC Branding and Marketing Head Office, Sri Najesh Nambia sir, ED and SS Indian Oil State Office, Sri Sampath Sari, Tournament Director, PGTI, champions and golfers present, representative of IOA and AOC Labor Union, representative of print and electronic media, PGTI officials, colleagues of the dais, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to stand before leaders who have shaped industries and built sporting legacies. I take this privilege to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has made this historic Silver Jubilee edition of 25th Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament a resounding success. At the very onset, I would like to extend our gratitude to Chairman Indian Oil, Sri S. Sani. You have always prioritized and sports and sportsperson in India, encouraging initiatives taken up by Indian Oil to promote sports. We are grateful you chose to be here today for these milestones. Kapil Dev sir, your involvement with this tournament has given it credibility and visibility, opening the doors for golf in India. It was a delight to have you with us, and I thank you for your support and guidance. Sri Amandeep Singh Jol, CEO PGTI, Sri Sampath Sari, Tournament Director PGTI and PGTI team, you manage this complex logistics and standards that allow over 100 professionals to compete on this equal footing. That work really gets headlines, but it is essential. Thank you for returning to Digboi every year. To our champions and all competing golfers, you delivered your 4 days of competitive golf under challenging conditions. That is what you came to do here, and you have done it. Congratulations to you. I would also like to extend my sincere gratitude to Sri Rahul Prashant, ED and RS Digboi Refinery, and Sri John Prasad, CC and Branding for their constant support throughout the entire tournament. I also thank the organizing committee for the smooth functioning of the tournament. The groundkeeping staff has done a wonderful job with the course, keeping it conditions and well maintained for fair play throughout. Our dear caddies, you managed logistics and supported players through every round. Thank you for that. I would take the opportunity to thank the media teams. Your coverage was crucial for this tournament to reach beyond those physically present. To the sponsors, partners and stakeholders who have been with us throughout this tournament, your sustained engagement is that 25 years actually means in practical terms. And to everyone who attended over these 4 days tournaments, need galleries, thank you for being such enthusiastic spectators. Ladies and gentlemen, the 25th edition is complete. The 26th Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament awaits. Until then, well and keep building the future of Indian golf. Once again, thank you all for your respective contributions. Have a safe travel. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And we'll all stand by for the national anthem now. Thank you very much, and we wrap up this beautiful silver event with the national fervor, wishing you all good luck for the times to come and for the other events on your circuit. Thank you, PGTI. Thank you, AOD.